Hey, hello, Eric Hatcher with Century 21 on the October market update. Just wanted to share with you that the appreciation has been pretty wild and pretty amazing for the year of the 19, 19, and 18 of three different sources there. But I thought it was pretty interesting to see kind of where the appreciation throughout the country is. And you can see California at 20% here, so you can kind of check this out. But I love Idaho, 37.1% on there for the appreciation, which is just nuts. But anyway, estimated home performance, this is what they're kind of feeling like the appreciation is going to be going. So maybe to next year be around 5.8, and then you can see it kind of tapers off in some normality of normalcy here around that 3.5. But at the same time, when you look at this here, is that in the next 5 years, when you add them all up, it's like 31.8% increase. So it's still a good time to purchase a home. Buyer demand, where we're at right now, is that yes, there's been a slight decline, about 10% over the year end here at the end of 2021, but home price appreciation is on the cusp of flipping to a decelerating trend. So we want to look at that though, but here's the nationally, you can see where there's maybe some slowdowns of what's happening with the traffic, but you can see on the West Coast, we're still actually pretty hot and pretty moving there. So the average day to close on escrow right now is about 48 back in July. So you can see about 30, you can see this downward trend. There are actually lenders and people with getting a little bit more appraisers in the game are able to make that happen a little bit quicker. I love to see this buyer traffic. Love to see this. I know Tennessee was where all the U-Haul trucks were headed, but you can notice that you've got a little bit of a weak stability kind of now. All of a sudden, people in Idaho maybe aren't moving quite this fast there because of maybe the accelerated pricing that's been happening. But most areas right here, you can kind of see through the country are kind of fun. Right now, a lot of people ask about, which we'll do this in a different update, but a lot of people ask about distressed properties, but we have less than 1% of distressed properties. Average days on the market. So, there's some of these states up here, guys, that are closing escrows in 15 days on an average, which is kind of crazy, but most of the country is about that 31, 45 days. A little bit more local here in Nevada County. And some numbers that I like to point out is the average median price is $549. This is a very interesting number to kind of watch, this 3.1 months. So basically what this is the unsold inventory. So if we had took no more listings that came on the market, how long would it take to sell all the existing inventory? And 3.1 here in Nevada County, when you look at that number, when it gets to about 6 months, that kind of switches it and starts going from a seller's market to a buyer's market. So we'll watch that there. But you can see in Placer County, though, and see why there's so many multiple offers is it still is 1.8. So the buying is very strong there, but the median price is $650,000. And so you guys can go back and check out some of these or pause the video and check some of those other numbers out. People ask about, hey, what's going to be going on with the fourth quarter? You can see that there is going to be generally with the slower seasonal marketing. But what's happened in the last week is that we've had mortgage applications to purchase a home have jumped 7% in the last week from the previous week. That is the highest level since April of this year. So there's a big increase there on that. I can check out some interest rates. We got mortgage interest rates just are peaking over the 3%. There's still amazing interest rates that are out there. This is where the economists are discussing of where maybe they might be headed. So you got a 3.18 and then headed maybe at the third quarter of 2022 to 3.55. So you can kind of see that kind of climate, but just back over here, they were just 5 just a few years ago. So this is still some pretty amazing pieces. So the buyer's purchasing power. So I want to share this a little bit with you. What's transpiring? So you've down here, you got a 1,633 around the 2.7 or 1,688, because the interest rates are a little bit higher here and this. But then if you look at this, and if the interest rates go up to 4, your buying power is the same payment about that to be a 340 versus 400. So it's a huge loss if you actually cost of waiting to see kind of where that would go. So, I would encourage, everybody to look at purchasing a home. The fun thing here is to look at this as well, is that if you bought that $350,000 house, what is it going to be, somewhere with the appreciation about $461,000. So you're looking at about $111,000 in net worth that you'll be able to have. So anyway, that is the 4-minute market update, and look forward to talking to you guys soon, and have a wonderful day. Take care.